Today we're learning how to find the area of a triangle. So I have my triangle set up here, and before I start I need to write down the formula for the area of a triangle. So let me get my pen on here. The area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. So when I start, I have to identify what's my base and what's my height. And to identify the base and the height, you need to know that these are the two lines that are going to meet at a 90-degree angle. And one of them has to start all the way at the top. So the height has to start at the highest point and come straight down and meet the base at a 90-degree angle. So I have a lot of numbers over here for the base and the height. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different numbers. So right now, try to pick out what you think is the base and what you think is the height. Good luck. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pick my base as 15 and my height as 10. Because if you were able to turn this triangle and move it this way, you could see that this point up here would come all the way to the top, drop straight down, and meet this base at a 90-degree angle here. So 15 times 10 divided by 2. I need to do 15 times 10. No problem. I'll do that on the side. Do you remember the rule for multiplying by 10? Yep, that's right. You add a 0. So this is 150 divided by 2. So that means that we have to cut 150 in half. 150. I like to think of problems like this usually like money. So if I had $1.50, how could I cut it in half? Think about it. 2 goes into 15 7 times. 15 minus 14 is 1. Bring down my 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. And 5 times 2 is 10. So my answer is 75 centimeters squared. Awesome. Going on to the next one. Here's my second triangle down here. So again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different numbers. I need to figure out what numbers are the important ones for my new problem. And again, I'm going to write the formula. A of triangle equals base times height divided by 2. So as I look at this problem, I need to think, what's the base? What's the height? I might need to turn it. I'm going to look at it. You take a second and try to figure out what do you think is the base and what do you think is the height. Good job. This one's a little bit easier, right? The base is here, 19. The height is 8. And I'm going to divide by 2. So the first thing I need to do is 19 times 8. Okay, I can do that. 19 times 8 is 72. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. 152. So this equals 152 over 2. So now I need to cut 152 in half. No problem. 2 goes into 15 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract. 15 minus 14 is 1. Bring down the 2. 2 goes into 12 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. 0. So my answer is 76 inches squared. Another way you could think about doing it, and I'm going to use a different color for this, is I have over here base times height divided by 2. Another way you could think about writing it could be 1/2 base times height. And this could be an easier formula for you perhaps. What that means is that you cut one of these two numbers in half before you multiply. Well, what number is easier to cut in half, 19 or 8? I think 8 is. So a different way you could have done the same problem is cut 8 in half and get 4. And you've already divided by 2 then. So it's 19 times 4 equals, and let's see if we should get the same answer. Let's see. 19 times 4. I get a 6, carry my 3. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 76. Look at that. 76, 76. So remember, when you're finding area of a triangle, the most important part is first finding the base and the height, and then implementing your formula. Either base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 of the base times the height, or 1/2 of the height times the base. Good luck with your homework. I hope it goes well.